unfortunately, my knees have gone, so I can't get out there. But it's great to all the sports to come across and give their time for such a worthy cause.
I'm not surprised to see so many guys here. I think, listen, sport is great and we feel great about it, but there's other things in life and people who are less fortunate not to be able to do things, so it's no harm from us to get off our backsides, get out there and do a bit of stuff, you know.
Oh, I loved it last year. I had a great time. It's a great event. I mean, Jim does a fantastic job with Davey and everybody, and they've raised so much money. But, you know, I love the hurling. We get to watch it back in England on Sky, at least from the quarterfinals on, and big match this weekend.
Ultimately, we're all here for such a great cause. It's its 7th year. They've raised over 700,000 already, so I suppose if I can play a small part in helping to raise a little bit more, then I'm glad to do so. I mean, you have so many different sporting heroes here. I mean, I'm feeling a little bit of an imposter syndrome just standing beside them, from the racing world, soccer world, rugby, and of course GAA.
The hamstrings aren't great. I'm 50 years of age this year and I haven't togged out for about 9 or 10 years, so a bit dodgy in that respect. And I'd see him down to Mark Keith Higgins, the great Mayo footballer who plays hurling for Mayo, and even when I was 20 I wouldn't be able to keep up with him, so but look, that doesn't matter. We're here to enjoy ourselves and a brilliant cause, and hopefully a lot of money raised for the Cancer Society.
Yeah, a lot of talent from all over the country, you know. You'd want to have your wits about you coming up here. You wouldn't want to be just coming up here making up the numbers. A lot of talent, a lot of current talents that would be, you know, you'd see starring in Croke Park. So, you know, I was probably in the gym this week doing a small bit just to make sure you can keep into them for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, well, last year was my first year here and I was shocked by the size of it. This year is even bigger and more into it, more effort gone into it again to raise money for a vital cause. So delighted to be part of it, and it's only going one way. It's getting bigger and bigger, and it's exciting to be here.
So Jim gave me a text and asked me to be an umpire. It's going to be hard to be impartial, I suppose, cheering on for the extra lads, but you know, I think the event speaks for itself over the last number of years and how it's gone.
Yeah, well, between Davey and me, we have fairly good contacts and we work them all. And in fairness now to all the players that we have here and the Bonner story as well, we've never had a refusal.
Research is so important, and you know, so you know, I'm educating myself on it, and you know, listening to the doctors and to the nurses and how important that research and how far, you know, treatment has come in recent years. But that's all happened by funding, and funding comes from evenings like this, and good, you know, people that are, you know, great goodwill and total commitment to doing something like this, and that's how we can get there. So evenings like this, I just can't stress how important they are.
Such a great occasion. I think it's even better than last year, if that's possible, and so many goals. I'm doing my best as a lineswoman here. I think I'm the worst lineswoman in Ireland, but it's a great game.
Huge crowd. I nearly missed the start. Couldn't get into Newbridge with the traffic. Jim's team are playing fantastic, but we were just saying the quality of the players here today is absolutely fantastic. It's great to be here, even just watch them play.
It's doing it now, but it's going to get bigger and bigger every year, and it seems to me that's what's happening. And you know, it's where does it end? It'll be in Croke Park next.
Like, I know they all pay money and they support a great cause, but it's good to see the numbers out as well. Like, it's getting bigger and bigger. It's becoming a real annual occasion, and a kind of a family occasion now as well, because the young guys and young girls see their stars, and the Camogie people here as well. They'll sign autographs and get photographs. It's lovely.
think Brian Cody had some influence on them at half time, and it swayed it in their favour.
Yeah, no, to be fair, they didn't panic, and there was some lovely stylish shoulders out there now, and it was a great second half for us. We were 10 points down, but no, they got stuck in the second half and got a couple of goals and kept tagging on the points. And I think Mark Enright's hat-trick of points was exceptional.
This is my third or fourth year here now, and these compared to the first year is outstanding. The work they've been doing over the last number of years, it's been incredible. The numbers here, fair play to everyone for coming out. They really made the game very enjoyable, the atmosphere.
It's brilliant. Look, when Jim asked the question and said, will you come up, and I said definitely, and Davy does great work as well with it, and the crowds are getting bigger every year, and it's a great cause, and some great personalities here this evening, and it's great to see the kids, getting autographs and getting photographs taken, and just out really enjoyable evening.
Hurling's always been a close part of my growing up and that, and when I went to be a jockey I kind of went away from it a bit, but it's always in there somewhere leaking to come out. But no, it's fantastic, and just some of the hurling on show tonight was unbelievable, you know what I mean. But no, look, it's the word of mouth has got around, and it's built year by year by year, and I think this year has been the biggest so far, and look, it's great, and it's a credit to everyone involved.
Look, when would you ever see Niall Quinn, Stephen Hunt, Lee Chin, Anna Geary, myself, whoever on the field have played together? It's brilliant, and it just shows cancer unfortunately affects every one of us in some way, and I don't think anyone would ever say no to being invited here tonight. It's an honour for everyone to be playing out here to help raise money.
It's fantastic to see the crowd here, and I hope they all enjoyed themselves really. It's all for they gave the money and they turned up, and it's all about the crowd that turn up really.
It's a shared dressing room with some of the people here from the world of racing, the world of hurling, different world sports, personalities. Soccer lads, Paul was here as well, and Hunty. It's great, it makes you feel young again, and to be doing it for such a great cause, and that's grown bigger and bigger. The event is incredible, and I remember the first day we were down here many years ago, and you could spot people in the crowd that you knew, but now the crowd is full, and the work that goes on away from here behind the scenes, it's just turned into something great. Fair play to Jim Bulger and Davy Russell. I know there's a lot of people behind the scenes as well, but they're out front, and they can be very proud of all this.